So, Vogue magazine, which we do know is a company,
Yeah.
they recently published a piece that credited football player Travis Kelsey with the fade haircut.
Yeah.
Um, and so this is another situation where I said, you know what? There wasn't an Erin Throlopoulos in the
Yeah.
room. Actually, can you just tell me, Throlopoulos is such a unique name. Is it Greek?
No, so actually, I'm sorry, I cannot legally talk about my parents and that would expose them. But I will say that my great 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 grandfather, he used to throw up a lot. And a lot of my past when I was younger, I didn't like working. And anytime I wanted to work, I would throw up.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Got
for a
it.
long period of time, work made me want to throw up.
Interesting. So it's kind of like how there's people whose last name is Milner because they were Milners. Your
Oh,
last name is Throlopoulos because y'all were throw upping a lot.
yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
Look at I mean, just the histories and etymologies of our genealogies, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just hurling.
So much rich culture.
Yeah, yeah, just hurling, pun intended, through history, through
Yeah.
history.
Yeah.
So, what would you have said had you been lanyarded up
Yeah.
in the room when that editor said to the corporates, at that conference table, this is going to be my piece that I'm going to contribute to this month's Vogue magazine. Travis Kelsey as the creator of the fade. What would have been like a corporate, acceptable way for the Black person in the room to say, you're out of your mind?
Okay. Well, I don't know if I would have said it that way,
Right.
but what I would have done is I would have came into the room and I would have said, "Hey, everybody." I would have looked everybody in the eyes. "Thank you guys so much for being a pivotal partner. My name is Corporate Erin. I'm the manager for the manager of logistics for management Make management." And I just kind of wanted to kind of call us all in to kind of think about the critical ways in which we're kind of approaching the situation, okay? And then I would give everybody time in the room to go around and say what they did in exhaust. And that's so those people can feel their voice fill the room so they
Yeah.
can know they feel like they're a part of the conversation by
Yeah.
just entering and saying, "Hey, what do you do here? You are important. Okay, we do value you."
Yeah.
Okay. Then I would have gotten down to the critical information. I would have looked around and said, "I noticed that of all of the men here, the identities are kind of not representative of kind of this cultural experience dealing with
Yeah.
the fade here." Now, a lot of people didn't grow up and, some people have supercuts as their kind of base
Yes.
knowledge of hair.
Fantastic Sam's.
Yeah. And, I teach a lot of hair workshops at our company because,
Oh.
yeah, I get called in a lot on my hair and I say, "Hey, isn't
Oh,
it nice to talk
wow.
about people's hair?" Yeah, this is my real hair. So
Of course
I
it
often
is.
have to
Yeah.
like, speak up for myself and say, "Hey, everybody's hair is different, but we do kind of have to honor the cultural influences and give proper credit." So that I do
Absolutely.
know. So when it came to that particular Travis issue, what I would say is, "Hey, let's include him and maybe 4 other white people who have also pioneered the fade. And then that way we can show there's kind of like a big group of people all coming together to say, hey, hair doesn't belong to any one person. We're all coming
Oh.
together and say, hey, we wear the fade." Now, what I would say is I would encourage any members of the company and a Black ERG to kind of use that moment to speak up and said, "Hey,
Yeah.
we are kind of like the cultural creators of this movement that dates back here, here, here." And what I find interesting is I would ask that they bring some numbers to the table, maybe some pivotal pictures, maybe some
Mm-hmm.
snapshots throughout history to kind of
Yeah.
prove.
Kid and play.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, 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 yeah. I saw House Party. I was there. So kind of like showing like, hey, there were origins of this. It's interesting though, with this one in particular. I think this is maybe not the first time for sure, but one of the first times we're seeing this happen to Black men in our culture. So I
Mm.
think that's very interesting to see them kind of saying, "What? I've been rocking the fade."
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and because we've seen it before with Kim K's signature braid or
Yes.
things like that.
Haley Baldwin with the clean look with a bun and hoop earrings.
Yeah, it's very interesting dynamic. So I would be in there in the room to provide some pivotal pictures, some timelines, some snapshots. I would create a deck for sure to
Oh,
prove like,
gotta have a deck.
hey,
We love a deck.
this was already a thing. I think I would pull in some images. I remember going to the barbershop when I was little with my dad that I can't talk about.
Right,
And they would
right,
have these
right.
pictures and these numbers, and you would order a number
Yes.
haircut. And
Yes.
so no one, there were no names. It was just the number. So
Yes.
I think one, if we want to kind of prop up Travis for this phenomenal hair moment, well, we might need to consider just adding him to one of those charts and giving him a number. I want to get the number 7, and it's Travis Kelce.
I think he's 44.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, make the
I
haircut a number.
actually hate that I know that.
That's true inclusion if we make the haircut a number, but when we single him out and give him a name, I mean, how many
Yeah.
times have you seen those black men on the S-curl boxes? You don't know their names.
No. It could be Latravius.
It could be Latravius.
It could be Levant.
Yeah, we should find them and give them their flowers this month.
Are y'all enjoying the conversation? Oh, I know you are. That's why I need you to circle back, follow up, and close the loop on watching it on Patreon.